All right, how's it going, everyone? So it's going to be game one here of a three-game home series against the Atlanta Braves, the first place Atlanta Braves. It's going to be really an important series as the Mets are looking to close the gap to first place. Come out of Miami winning 2 out of 3. And here's the pitching matchup for tonight. Now, I will ask the two in the audience what they prefer here. I said in my last game that the plan was to wear the Mets black uniform, the late 90s black uniform in this game, which is what I want to do. However, when I'm at this screen here, and I don't think I'm able to change this for the Braves for the the opponent. It looks like they're wearing a dark uniform, and I don't know if two teams can wear a dark uniform at the same time like that. I don't know if you guys are more familiar with the rules than I am, um, or if I should just ignore it and just wear the black uniform, or I don't know. What do you think? And while you think that over, I need to unplug my microphone here for a second, just because I have to undo. Um, I have like a knot here, so 1 second. All right, all right. Hopefully, you can hear me now. I had to plug it in again. Um, my cord got all tangled up. All right, so I mean, you want to see the pinstripes? You want to see the black uniform? I just don't know if both teams can wear a dark uniform. You know, I don't know. Is that the only? Is that the Braves' only away uniform? All right. Uh, all right. I really wanted to wear the black uniform, but I see my dad saying pinstripes, so I can do that. However, once I start the game, if the Braves are indeed wearing a different uniform, then I know that this loading screen here doesn't make a difference, you know. Um, so, all right, let's go forward. I know. I really wanted to see the. Let me see. How about this one? This is a throwback too, because I was thinking the alternate home 98. So this is I don't know. I kind of like the idea of making every Friday night home game a like a throwback uniform day. So I've got the 85 and the 98, and then also the 1964 one is honestly really the same as the current pinstripe one. It's just it doesn't have the Nike logo. It's just some really small changes. In 2012, they had the pinstripes, but it was not white. It was more of a beige. What do you think? I mean, the pinstripe one, I do that all the time. That's the thing. Let's get some input. He's relented. All right. No, but all right. So, I mean, I'm fine with picking this one. But does anyone know? Am I right or wrong that both teams can't be wearing like a black uniform or a dark uniform? Dad's getting impatient here. All right. Well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go for it then. All right. I'm gonna wear the black one. Screw it. The pinstripes will have to wait for another day. All right. I've checked the historical weather for this day. It was overcast. I mean, it was mostly cloudy, really. It was predominantly cloudy, so I'm gonna go with overcast. I take it you're not a fan of the black uniform, but I think a lot of Mets fans would disagree. And I just want to see Noah Syndergaard in that uniform. I think that's actually this is really nerdy and lame, but I've been kind of thinking about that throughout the day. Like, it's gonna be cool seeing Noah Syndergaard in a black uniform. I just I did not want to deny myself that opportunity. So selfish reasons. Uh, it's going to be. This is really it. I don't think I'm going to touch this lineup here. I've been thinking about the lineup today for this big game, and really, I think this is the one that I'm going to go with. Rosario, Nimmo, Cespedes, Alonso in the cleanup spot. Conforto hitting behind him. He's a little cold. Hopefully he picks it up today. Davis, number 6. McNeil, and then Nito behind the plate for Syndergaard. That looks good to me. I agree. The Blacks are iconic for its time. And back when I really started watching the Mets, when I started watching and paying attention to it, late '90s, this is the uniform that I most remember, and it's the uniform uh, of Robin Ventura when he hit the grand slam single. A lot of memories in this one. Let's do this. I thought for a second it had Jacob deGrom starting. I thought, oh no, I made a mistake. But yeah, look at those strikeouts for deGrom. I mean, he had 15 yesterday, and he leads in the National League.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. Who will get the better of
dark
this
uniform.
compelling matchup? We'll
It's all
find
right.
out next
He looks
on
cool.
MLB Network.
He looks cool. And you know, they're not both, they're different colors.
Noah Syndergaard gets the ball for the Mets in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's had a really solid season, and what shows me that more than anything, solid 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and if he continues to do that, he'll pitch really well in this one.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
I'm happy with my pick. The uniform looks sick. All right. First pitch of the game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
Hey, why not get on a hot streak, Matty? They played really well yesterday. Continue that trend. Stay on the attack. See if you can get on a hot streak. Maybe rattle off 8 to 10.
A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man.
Kind of cold tonight.
Good night for scarves and mittens. It's 48 degrees here at first pitch. The 1-1 home. And he fouls this one off.
That's a 100-mile-per-hour pitch there. Looks like a lot of fans in the seats tonight.
1-2.
It is a big game.
Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And he darn near started this thing off. Instead, it's a foul ball.
Oh, my
that
goodness.
Caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Oh, my goodness. I need to catch my breath there. And you notice Conforto didn't even move. He's like, well, I'm not going to catch that either way. It's 500 feet. But, jeez.
The 1-2.
Heart skipped a beat.
Is looked at off the plate for a ball.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. On deck is Nick Markakis. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
This guy's not an easy out.
Payoff pitch one more time. Lifted the other way to left center. Cespedes is there. 1 out.
Yeesh, had to work for that.
Batting second, the right fielder, Nick Markakis.
Digging in now, Nick Markakis. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season.
I'm just looking at the chat right now. Sick. All right, Markakis. He's been having a good season at the plate.
Here comes the first pitch.
Hitting well over 300.
Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Markakis
100
has
miles
played
an hour.
well this season, and he's received a good amount of support in all-star balloting as a result. He's 3rd among right fielders coming into today, so we'll wait and see if he ends up getting an invite to the festivities.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a late push as we head towards the Midsummer Classic.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. 1 out, nobody on. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 5.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
Dero, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
I'm guessing the and I haven't checked, but I'm guessing the umpires in this game are fictional, because it seems like every other game the commentators trash the umpire and say, I don't like this guy, his zone's inconsistent. I couldn't imagine them doing that if these were real umpires.
The 1-2.
Hey,
Oh,
three
some
foul
hard
balls
foul
in a row
balls
right
in this
here,
inning.
searching for that put-away stuff.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is.
Man, why can't they just swing and miss like yesterday?
Swing and a miss on the changeup.
Right.
And 2 gone.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Acuna digs in now as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball 1. Markakis leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
The 2-0 on the way. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Great
King of
job
the
by
corner.
the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Popped him up. Davis is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Braves strand 1. Braves nothing. Mets coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network.
Really had to work for that.
Mike Foltynewicz, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Standing in, Ahmed Rosario, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First offering on its way. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1. Now, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs last game, and this team is flying high right now. There's a fight at the bat rack.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. His career line with Foltynewicz. He's 0 for 11. Two balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. Now the 2-1 pitch. Is in there for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Here's the pitch. Line
Whoa.
drive to center field. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
I suppose this is why you usually have the best defensive outfielder in center field. He got a good read on it, charges in hard, and made a fabulous grab. Look for that one to make the highlight reels later on.
Next up for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's inside.
Bases are empty, one man out. Two balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder. Here he comes on 2-0. 3-0 now. Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes. Now the 3-0 offering. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A one-out walk here in the home first.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Now at the plate, Yoenis Cespedes. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. He's set and the pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. Runners off for second. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. And whatever that was, it backfired, and there are 2 away.
Clearly, he was just a little too anxious to break for second that time. He jumped early, and the pitcher did a nice job of just stepping off the mound and then dealing with the play from there. Sometimes you'll see a guy flinch and balk the runner to second on those types of plays.
No comment.
And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
The 1-1.
No, that's low.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 2 as the fastball is let go. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. Still no score. The next to bat for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna.
I'm going to take a quick 2-minute commercial break here. Just a second.
get us started in the top of the second.
All right, we're back. Hey, I was setting up my Twitter, right?
Inside, ball one.
Yeah, and he's letting these guys know early on he's not going to be afraid to work inside. I'm interested to see if that takes some of the aggressiveness away from these hitters.
A 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike. A 1-1.
That's out.
All right, let's see.
Swinging a
Oh,
little
I don't know
blooper
if
to
he's
center.
not going to be able to.
McNeil onto the
Oh,
grass.
he got it.
Gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
That is good.
He had to reach for that one. I didn't expect him to catch it.
Stepping in for the Braves, Charlie Culberson.
All right, well, clearly the commentators were not impressed, but I was. So let's see that one again. Little bloop. All right, I mean, okay. I'm impressed. He had to make a little jump. Full extension. All right. I guess not full extension, but all right, Culberson.
Pitch on the way. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0.
Syndergaard has good stuff tonight. It's just he's a little wild for my liking. I'd like to see more first pitch strikes.
Down the right field line. And foul.
Well, foul, and there he is jumping.
The 1-1 home.
Ball, that's out.
This is on the ground over to first. And that is through into right field for a single.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Wow.
Well, there goes my no-hitter. All right.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1.
I wanted to test.
262 on the year, 6 home runs and 15 RBIs.
I wanted to test Flowers' throwing arm last inning, but you can't do that when you get picked off.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. Alonso is there, 2 down.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Austin Riley.
Stepping in, Austin Riley. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. 1 left for Atlanta. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
All right.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
Leading up for the Mets, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
5th in the National League in home runs.
First delivery to him on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Give it to me again.
Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Freeman moving to his left. Makes the play, 1 away.
I saw that one going differently in my mind. All right, next time.
Right fielder, Michael Conforto.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
That's the ball.
The 1-0 home. Is laid off, but in there for strike 1. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Way inside.
Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Another full count pitch home. Now a swing, and he pops him up.
Another pop
right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Batting 6, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis the next at bat. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Davis, a previous member of the Houston Astros. He was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully settled in with this ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
And a foul
are you
behind
kidding
the plate.
me?
Flowers is under it, makes the catch, and that
What are
will
the odds of
retire
that?
the side. Mets
3 in a
go
row?
down 1, 2, 3. We'll move to the third with no score.
I can't believe that.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Mike Foltynewicz. 9-1-2 due up.
Mike Foltynewicz.
First pitch on its way. And that one swung on and missed. 0-1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Popped up. Davis over to his left. 1 out.
A lot of pop-ups in this game.
The batter number 1, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
So 1 gone for the Braves here in the third. Well, that'll bring up Ozzie Albies. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Well, 101 miles an
That was
hour.
some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Hey, this guy's got an 89-mile-an-hour changeup. There was a time when 89 was a pretty good fastball.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit. Froze him, but just missed the zone.
The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. He'll try again. 1-2. And it's fouled away.
Damn, 101 miles an hour, and he's fouling it off pretty hard.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Here now the 2-2.
This guy's like Sean Dunston. Remember that at bat? I'm dating myself here. Ah.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here.
He's looked great on the bump the first few innings of this game, and I think his ability to change speeds effectively has been a big reason why. That was a good change of speed for the strikeout there, and I've seen a lot of hitters look pretty off with their timing so far.
Nick Markakis digging in now as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play at .313, 5 homers and 15 RBIs. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And that misses 2-2. Third inning, no score to this point. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one.
Number 6.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. And here's a fastball fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Now here it comes.
3-0 the count.
Tomas Nido, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. 3-0. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Hey, maybe I should steal.
So digging in now, Tomas Nido comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good.
All right, stop twerking.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
The 0-1. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
Indeed we are.
Nope.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
Runs up and gets this one down. Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
He tried to surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
Just had to move that runner there.
The pitcher, Noah Syndergaard, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
Hey, great arm action on that changeup right there. You come up to the plate with runners in scoring position, you're going to be super aggressive. I don't fault that guy for swinging through.
A 1 pitch on its way. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Now a swing and a miss, maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll take a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. 2 out here and a runner at second. A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Ready with the 1-1.
I was taking a huge lead off of second.
Bat explodes as this is popped up. Just foul. One and 2. Here it is. Fouled off. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. The set and the 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. You can't lose, Bull.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button.
Time.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
The center fielder, number 9.
He almost got him to commit there. As we take another look at it in slow motion, he comes awfully close to breaking that plane, but he was able to hold back. Strong wrist, and he gets a trip to first because of it.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First offering on its way. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Count, the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Boy, sure taking his sweet time down there at the plate. He'll step out yet again. Fly ball right down the line in left. On the move is Ozuna. It's down. Extra bases, and the Mets have their first hit of the game.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation for the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Oh. Let's see that again. Flies it to left. Ozuna racing over. Let's go back. He just doesn't catch it. Yeah. That's a fair ball. All right. Ends up being a double. And now it's Cespedes.
Will take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Ball and a strike. Cespedes, commonly known as La Potencia around baseball. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Cespedes behind a ball and 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch. And a slider, called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. We played 3 full. It's 1-0 Mets. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
Freeman's been struggling at the plate this season.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Really looking for Syndergaard to settle down and be a little more efficient with his innings.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2.
The intention going into this game is for Syndergaard to go pretty deep into the game, take some pressure off of the bullpen, because I do expect to use the bullpen a little bit more in the second and third game with Waka and Maps on the mound. We typically don't go as deep into games.
Ball 3, not close with the sinker that time.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. On the ground to the right side. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. And fellas, if we do games together for the next decade, we might never see 2 starters in the same game throwing that hard. I mean, this has really been something. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Again, missing with these first pitches, which I'm not crazy about.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second.
Hey.
Throw gets him. 2 down.
How did he get that? That was hit hard.
The left fielder, number 20, Marcel Ozuna.
Digging in to try it again. Marcel.
All right, he made it look easy. I thought for sure that was going to go through.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Oy.
Ozuna
Mistake.
playing here in his age 29 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
Fouled away. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Line toward right center, and that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside.
I elevated it a little too
well. Try
well.
to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights.
I elevated it a lot.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
0-2 pitch. That sucks. All right, it's all right. Shake it off.
In now, Charlie Culberson down the
All right.
first baseline.
All right.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves strand 1. It remains 1-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, thanks, Heidi. So here's Pete Alonso. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
He came close to hitting a home run in his last at-bat, but
First
ending up
pitch
popping
coming,
out
here it is.
like the rest of the team.
Oh, that's out.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Throw to first is in time, 1 down.
Ah,
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Conforto. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, we used to have a saying right here. You would stride to the plate for this AB trying to chop wood. Not in today's game. You just want to get your bat plane on the same path of the ball. Can't continue to swing under those elevated heaters.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Here is a
he's
ground
right
ball now
there.
for the shortstop to the right of second. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, third baseman, J.D.
right into the shift.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Whoa,
Here's
that's
a
down.
slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Flowers corrals it, and the throw to first ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. It's the Mets 1 and the Braves nothing. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the Braves' offense with their manager, Brian Snitker, during the commercial break. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The catcher.
New inning set to get underway. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tyler Flowers. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, pretty impressive if you ask me. So many times you beat a sinker into the ground, you end up grounding out to third. You're running down to first base, and you're so upset at yourself. At least he got under the thing. He knows his bat plane is pretty decent.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Here it comes. Hot shot down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. And the Braves have something going right away. It's a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
At the plate now, Austin Riley. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he pulled up in time, but it's a cold strike two.
Listen to that crowd.
Oh, and they pulled a string. Good change up there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in the back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like you did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
Now the pitcher's up.
At the plate, Mike Foltynewicz. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. I'm set with the 0-1.
Nope, upstairs.
Runner at second here with one man out. 1-2 now to the Braves pitcher.
Great job on those last two pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Oh boy. Albies now.
So up steps Ozzie Albies, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
A pause, and the 0-2.
What an inning.
He struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. One left for Atlanta. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the inning now. Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. He worked the walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game. And the pitch. And this is low, ball one. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, McNeil is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Fastball called strike. 1-2. Now the pitch. Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now. Count remains 2-2. Now time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third and no swing. It's ball 3. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. In Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Markakis. And he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
The catcher, number 3. Tomas.
Settling in now, Tomas Nido. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that sac bunt perfectly.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. One out, nobody on. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2.
1-2.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
That was pretty good.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone. And up to bat next, the pitcher, Noah Syndergaard. From the stretch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Now batting, shortstop, Rosario.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. In his career, Rosario hits a little over the 270 mark. Now a slider down the middle, but laid off. One and one. Here it is. Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. Culberson has got it, and the side is retired. Mets leave 1, but they lead it 1-0. At the plate, Nick Markakis. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. First pitch on its way.
Outside, that's the ball.
The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
No strike.
There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Into center field, line drive base hit. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the sixth.
Now batting, the first baseman, Foltynewicz.
Leadoff man on again.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another. Why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
The 1-2 gets him swinging. He struck him out.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first three pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the fourth pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And on the first pitch, he hits it in the air to right. Conforto is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The left fielder, number 20,
And that'll bring in Marcell Ozuna. Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
Still throwing 100 miles an hour.
0-1 count, and the pitch.
Oh!
This one over to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Syndergaard went
bad pitch right there, off-speed
with the
pitch
curveball
down
again,
zone.
but
You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was
Didn't
a
work.
real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
No balls and one strike. Ball one.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
Ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
Obviously, he's not fatiguing whatsoever. Still in the mid to high 90s with his fastball. These guys got to stay on the attack if they're going to have a chance.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 2 left for Atlanta. They trail this one 1-0. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and here's the former first-round draft choice Brandon Nimmo, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
And that's been their only hit so far in this one. They've been dealing with some really great pitching in this game.
Now here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Acuna's there for it. 1 down.
the left fielder, number 52, Joe Cespedes.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Up next to the bat.
Come on.
First baseman, Keith.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. 2 out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking deep.
And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. The 1-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Albies scoops it up. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Down in order go the Mets. They lead it 1-0. Stepping into the box, Tyler Flowers. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Nat. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their...
You get some people warming up here. Betances and Wilson begin to throw in the bullpen.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. 1-1. He struck him out, so double digits now.
All right.
2 strikeouts for him thus far. So a good pitch there to get the out, and with that, we'll take a look at the league leaderboard in terms of team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. Stepping into the box, Austin Riley. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
The guy in the mound is having one heck of a night, but the downside of that, if you're going to strike out a lot of guys, your pitch count is going to be high. So this gives the offense some kind of hope as this game's getting down to the end.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat trying to get ahead and put himself at a good hitter's count.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Oof.
Good breaking ball there.
Hanger.
Off for the 2nd strike.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
2-2. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another full count pitch home.
Yes!
Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
They have a pinch
Ender
hitter.
Inciarte
Yep.
will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 11, Ender Inciarte.
fastball in there for a called strike.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Get it, get it.
Waiting on it is Nimmo, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. They still trail 1-0. Felix Hernandez gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
King Felix. Out in relief.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping up now, Michael Conforto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch on its way. Ball one as the changeup misses well off the inside. Hernandez, the former Seattle Mariner, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce. Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
The count now at 2-1. Time is marked out by the home plate umpire. Back up the middle.
The shift
cleanly.
again.
Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Up next is Matt, the third baseman, J.D.
All right.
Davis.
J.D. Davis.
Now batting, J.D. Davis. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball one. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 2-0. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll reach
that was
second
hit well.
now with one away.
When you're leading by 1-1,
That
you
was
want to
hit
do
well.
everything you can to add to the lead. You give your bullpen a little breathing room. It makes a big difference. So double here goes a long way towards making that a real possibility.
Right there in the corner of the fence. It's going to be an intentional walk now.
And the indication from the dugout comes. It looks like they're going to put him on intentionally. So that'll set up the double play possibility with one away.
They're walking McNeil because they want to face
Striding in once again,
Nido.
Tomas Nido. It was a walk in his last trip. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate so he'll step out and ask for time. Now a spin and a throw back to second and a dive, but he's back in.
I tell you, if that son of a bitch was picked off, I'd be so angry.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit out towards second.
Hey, that's going to find a hole.
And that's through into right field for a base hit.
Not going to score.
And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
It's time to pinch hit. I've got a good feeling about this. I feel bad taking Syndergaard out of the game, but it's time. He's pitched over 100 pitches. It's been a great start. Fantastic start. Gotta have the runs here.
Hit for the pitcher here.
Number 2, Dominic.
No balls and a strike to count. And he's got an opportunity to turn this narrow lead into a wide one if he can cash in here. Here comes the 0-1.
No.
Fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are loaded with only one out. And he is swung on and missed a huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now. Obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Still not ready just yet as he steps out for a second time here. So now to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Markakis on the run. Got it. And they get out of the jam unscathed.
I knew once he elevated it to the opposite field, I thought, forget it. Damn it.
Justin Wilson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 38, Justin Wilson.
Ozzie Albies.
All right.
The first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Hey, Matty V, you know when you've got really good stuff, you look down at that strikeout total. Double-digit strikeouts in this one. He had swing and miss stuff right from the beginning.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he lines it hard to the right side but out of play. Wilson is adjusting to the new normal as MLB now mandates that relievers reach the end of an inning or face 3 or more batters before being replaced. For a one-time lefty specialist like this, that's a big change. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Here it comes, 0-2, and it's fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And now a slider in there for a third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Nice.
Very tight ball game so far. 1-0 the score as we take a look at our starter comparison, and both guys have given excellent performances to this point. Coming to the plate now, Freddie Freeman. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch coming, here it is. And a ball, 1-0. That misses. 2-0.
Oh, come on. Missed that call.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Come on, man.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
A 3-0 is looked at for the first strike. Fouled off. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Number 7.
Relief pitcher. Here we go. Betances. Time to redeem yourself.
Dylan Betances takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And another foul ball. Here's the 0-2.
Count is 1-2.
Now a fastball swung on, missed, and that is out number 3. Braves strand 1. It remains 1-0. Adam Duvall is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Number 23, Adam.
Bottom of inning number.
Diaz begins to loosen up with the 1-run lead.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. The 1-1 home.
All right.
A line, that's a base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next, as Hernandez is going to jump ahead of him here with strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
At the heart of the lineup coming up now.
The 0-1 on its way. Curveball misses inside.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And Hernandez will go to first, and he'll get back in safely. Check by Hernandez. The pitch. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go.
So far out in front of that one.
Watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Stepping in now, Pete Alonso, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Three and 0 now. Up in the strike zone, but the take sign was on 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1. And this is taken here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's allowed into his 8th inning of work.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take and a walk is the result.
Shane Green takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Stepping in, Michael Conforto. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Conforto's due.
He's set. Here it comes. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
The 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Good speed on second base. Average speed on first base.
Fouled away. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Over to Albies.
Damn it.
To first, and talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. 1 batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Mets strand 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Digging in and looking for more, Marcell Ozuna. Edwin Diaz comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Buckle up.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball inside.
The 1-0 home.
Yep, that ball went out.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when this pitcher's missing like he is.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the
One
first
out.
down here in the ninth.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Into the box now, Charlie Culberson. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
1-run game here in the top of the ninth. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Here comes the first pitch. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And this will be a call.
All right.
Strike 2. In trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
Diaz stares in.
Final strike
The
for
pitch.
the Braves. And he fouls this one off.
Fouls it away.
Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Strike him out. Atlanta,
Put it in the books.
Good night.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched 1-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. New York led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Noah Syndergaard earns the win, his 2nd, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Mike Foltynewicz is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. Edwin Diaz wraps it up for the save, his 5th of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Oof, what a win.
The final line
Had me on the edge of my seat the whole game. Let's take a look at the highlight reel.
No errors. They left 8 men on base.
So,
For Atlanta, no runs.
great catch by
No errors. They left 7
Acuna
men on base.
in the first inning. That was the first batter of the
Time
game.
ball 2
Rosario.
hours and 20 minutes.
This is
That City Field.
the hit responsible for the lone run of the game. And for a while, the lone Met hit
Continued support. And remind
right
you-
there, out of the view of the camera, just dropped in. Syndergaard was the big story tonight. Didn't seem to have his best stuff early in the game, but boy, he really settled down, and it was the second dominant performance in a row by Mets pitching. Conforto grounding into a double play. He's been in a little bit of a slump the past few games. It's another 0 for today. Diaz came in to lock it down. Struck out Ozuna. Struck out Culberson. And then he gets Flowers. And that ends it. Syndergaard, the player of the game. Take a look at the box score here. For the Braves, Ozuna, the lone player with more than one hit. 3 strikeouts for 3 at-bats for Austin Riley. 1 extra base hit today was by Flowers. Foltynewicz had an excellent game. Tough loss for him. Didn't get the run support. He one-hit the Mets for 6 innings. And the one hit they got, I mean, it wasn't really hit hard. Just kind of dropped in. For the Mets, Nimmo, the one met with 2 hits. Mets only had 4 hits today. The lone RBI by Nimmo. And Syndergaard with the win. Holds go to Wilson and Betances. Diaz with his 5th save of the season. He struck out the side in the 9th. What a game. We'll advance one day and take a look at tomorrow's pitching matchup. There's the 1-0. The Mets off to a 1-0 start in the month of May. Going to go ahead and advance the day. Here's our matchup for tomorrow. Hamels and Waka.
Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Starting off in the National League East,
16
the
strikeouts.
Mets combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the visiting Braves 1-0. The Miami Marlins picked up 14 hits in total as they plundered the Pirates 7-1. Howie Kendrick had a big fly with 5 driven in, leading the Nats past Cincinnati 9-7. The Philadelphia Phillies combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 5-1. The Brewers knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-2. The Arizona
Games
4-1.
From first place.
The Yankees' third baseman, number 29,
Hey, they're now 7
had 3 hits in the contest,
and 3 in
helping
their
the
last
Pinstripes
10.
past the Blue Jays 5-4. J.D. Martinez drove in 3, leading Boston to the win over the
look at
Rangers
that record for the
4-1.
Tigers. That's just
Dallas Keuchel had his first victory of the year as the White Sox claimed victory over the Orioles
that'll go down
3-2.
in
Jeff
the history
Samardzija
books, in
grabbed
the
the
record
victory,
books.
his 4th of the year, as San Francisco took care of the Indians 3-1.
All right.
The Royals got 11 hits overall as they defeated the visiting Tigers 9-8. Anthony Rendon had an outstanding day, driving in 5 on 3 hits.
Syndergaard's
as the Angels got the win over Minnesota
ERA right now,
15-6. He is currently among
1.77.
the
Hey,
AL leaders in on-base
I like the
percentage.
sound of that.
Mike Zunino plated
57
5 on the
strikeouts
day
and
with 2
45
big
innings
flies
pitched.
as the Rays pushed past the A's 7-4.
That's the kind of outing that I
The
hope to
Astros
get
put up
tonight.
16 hits on the day as they
And,
bested
yeah,
the
that
Mariners
was-
in
that was
Safeco
excellent.
Field 10-0. Thanks for joining me. That's all for today. Same place, same time tomorrow. Enjoy the games.
All right. So that'll do it. We'll see you tomorrow for the next game. Feel free to subscribe so you get notifications for when it goes live. But I do plan on doing it in the latter part of tomorrow because I believe it is supposed to be a night game. So let's take a look. Yeah, 7:10 start. So it's Eastern time, roughly around then. That'll do it. Put another one in the books and have a good night.